It's Week 13 of the NFL. And coming up, it's Emmanuel Forbes, who has put together 32 tackles this season from his cornerback spot. It's the Commanders and the Colts under the lights on Sunday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
They find themselves coming off a win. Came right down to the end, and the teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. Good and has too much parity, but the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position.
Oh, they come after him right away, and Deputy goes on the first play of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time, and taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. I mean, he found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. But with that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got too careless at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here, he might not get so lucky.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll look to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's a third down and 4. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the fourth down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Back to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. They go right back to Taylor. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Washington.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Not much there. We'll get this down inside the 40. Here's a 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackmon.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll start out first down and 10. From the gun, Richardson to the tight end, Likely. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Now Richardson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Commanders' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll begin with a zone read. And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll air one out for Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Commanders about to send this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Richardson going to look to throw. That one into the hands of Downs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Commanders' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's a 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Harris. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll try to run with Robinson. Powering forward. He's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown number 9 for the year. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense getting set to get back to work. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Anthony Richardson. I mean, it's not hard to see why they want to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, both as a passer, but when you can get him as a designed runner, his size and speed, he is a handful for defenses.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. A throw on the move is caught. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And a nice run. He's got a 1st down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
He finds Likely, his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Richardson. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Looking to throw, Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Richardson. He's going to keep it in. And he will score. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indy. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one complete to Palmer. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Colts offense ready for this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now Richardson. No chance at all. He'll go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
3rd and long. Richardson. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On comes the punter now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Now the return. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. In motion comes Thomas. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
That one, taken in. Trey Palmer, touchdown Commanders.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just gonna run it here up the middle. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Titans who were able to walk away with the road victory. Jalen McMillan, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Keon Coleman, what a game. Over 200 yards receiving with 3 touchdown grabs. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him, currently second in the NFL in rushing. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and
the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm. But now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. Don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
3rd and long. Back to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Commander's 41-yard line.
From the gun, Richardson to the tight end, Likely. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Richardson to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And the Commanders will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The visitors' offense ready to take over. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
He'll drop to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he's in. Touchdown, Washington. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Commanders will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Richardson. He'll try to run for it. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
On play action, Richardson carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Commanders come up with it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. That's Palmer, the man in motion. He'll look to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Holding offense.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A pass taken in by Harris. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Strong. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Taylor. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Richardson. He'll tuck it and take off. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw. Richardson. Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of shotgun. Richardson. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Richardson going to look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Commander's 20-yard line.
On 2nd down, Richardson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This from 30 yards out. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Colts are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Tight end going in motion here. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Washington.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Another run here for Robinson. And he's going to get him a 1st down here across midfield and down to the 45. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down of possession. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance. Stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Now this looks like a design run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to...
He is in. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Richardson to the tight end, Likely. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Pass right side to Downs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Richardson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. On the zone read, here's Harris. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. They'll drop to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. The Commanders set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Able to find Pittman. It's complete.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And he's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This is a tough spot. Third down and 10. Here's Richardson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Indianapolis.